Jason Williams is pitching multiple silver stocks and believes they could potentially gain 54,000% like Lion Mines did in the past. I reveal all 4 stocks here for free so you don't have to buy Jason's newsletter. There's a lot of stocks to uncover, so we're jumping into things. Here's the clues for the first stock. This $11 billion giant isn't just another miner. It's the world's premier silver company, with operations spanning the Americas. Its crown jewel is the largest, lowest-cost primary silver mine on Earth, forecast to generate nearly $200 million in free cash flow this year, money that scales directly with silver's price. And thanks to a blockbuster acquisition, production is surging more than 30% while costs are dropping. With over 450 million ounces in silver reserves, this stock moves almost in lockstep with silver itself. When silver runs, this powerhouse doesn't just follow, it multiplies the move. This is Pan American Silver Corporation, ticker PAAS. Here's everything you need to know about this stock. Pan American Silver Corp, founded in 1994, is a Canadian mining leader headquartered in Vancouver and recognized as the world's premier silver producer. The company focuses on operations across the Americas, with active projects in Mexico, Peru, Bolivia, Argentina, and Canada. Traded on both the New York Stock Exchange and Toronto Stock Exchange under the symbol PAAS, it offers pure-play silver exposure while also producing gold. Its key assets include La Colorada and Dolores in Mexico, Huaron in Peru, and San Vicente in Bolivia. A recent milestone for Pan American Silver was its acquisition of MAG Silver on September 4, 2025, which added a 44% interest in the Juanicipio joint venture, full ownership of the Larder project, and an option on the Deer Trail project. Pan American Silver Corp is experiencing an explosive growth trajectory, highlighted by earnings growth of 1,589% and exceptional financial performance. With silver trading at $36 and nearing historic highs, the company is targeting a price of $40 as silver continues to challenge records. Its strong reserves and updated mineral resources support a long-term production outlook, reinforcing its market position as it benefits from bullish silver trends and growing industrial demand. Committed to responsible operations, Pan American emphasizes environmental stewardship and community engagement, while positioning itself to capitalize on silver's historic breakout following a 45-year cup and handle pattern formation. Pan American Silver Corp is actively managing key risks as it pursues growth. Its Escobal mine in Guatemala has been suspended since 2017 due to an indigenous consultation process, limiting overall production capacity. The company's stock remains sensitive to commodity price fluctuations, with Q3 2025 EPS projected at $0.51, reflecting exposure to market volatility. Environmental scrutiny also plays a role, as regulators review water usage and community relations. Additionally, Pan American faces financial pressures, with its high growth momentum carrying dilution risks and dependency on market conditions. To mitigate these challenges, the company has pursued recent acquisitions to strengthen its exploration pipeline, while maintaining strong technical momentum to help buffer against market headwinds. There's some valuation concerns here, but if you're looking for a safe and reliable way to play silver's price rise, this is a good way to do that. I'm going to reveal the rest of the stocks in 15 seconds, but before I do that, I want to remind you to sign up for my free report on the top 10 stocks to buy and hold forever. This report comes with no gimmicks, no get-rich-quick nonsense, just solid long-term investments you can actually feel confident owning. Click the link in the description to get your copy right now. Here's the clues for the second silver stock. This under-the-radar miner is one of the lowest-cost silver producers on Earth, and it's been profitable every single year since 2006. With over $600 million in cumulative profits and nearly $500 million in cash, it has zero debt and the firepower to expand at will. 2/3 of its revenue comes straight from silver, and with industry-leading 45% margins, every $1 rise in silver is like rocket fuel for its bottom line. Even better, it trades at barely half the valuation of its peers, making it one of the most undervalued silver stocks in the market today. And right now, you can still scoop up shares for about $5 before Wall Street catches on. This is likely Silvercorp Metals, ticker SVM. Here's what to know about this stock. Silvercorp Metals is an established silver producer founded in 2003 with over 20 years of operations in China. The company maintains a strong financial position with a $377 million cash balance, a $1.1 billion market capitalization, and minimal debt. Its primary operations include the Ying Mining District in Henan and the Gaocheng Mine in Guangdong, producing 7 to 8 million ounces of silver annually. Silvercorp is also expanding globally with projects such as the El Domo copper-gold operation in Ecuador, pursuing a multi-jurisdiction growth strategy. Recent results highlight its momentum, with fiscal year 2025 adjusted net income reaching $75.1 million and Q1 fiscal year 2026 revenue growing 13%. Shares currently trade at $5.21. Silvercorp Metals is showing strong momentum across all key metrics, with its stock gaining 100% year-to-date and outperforming market expectations. In Q1, the company generated $48.3 million in operating cash flow, driven by higher production, while revenue surged 94% year-over-year. Its strategic acquisition of the El Domo copper-gold project expands and diversifies the portfolio beyond China operations. Shareholders are also benefiting from a share buyback program and continued dividend payments. Silvercorp has strengthened its environmental leadership by publishing its fiscal year 2025 sustainability report, advancing responsible mining practices. Analysts have raised price targets, reflecting growing market confidence in the company's diversification strategy. Silvercorp Metals Inc. faces several key risk factors despite its strong fundamentals. The company remains highly exposed to fluctuations in silver, lead, and zinc prices, and recent analyst downgrades have cited a full valuation. Operationally, it is dealing with declining ore grades in certain assets and cash flows that have come in up to 75% below guidance in some cases. Execution risks also exist, particularly around potential delays in expanding the El Domo project. Additionally, Silvercorp's heavy reliance on Chinese operations creates geopolitical exposure, though its move into Ecuador helps mitigate single-country risk. A 5.15% stock drop in mid-September 2025 underscores the market's continued volatility and the challenges of sustaining momentum. This stock is much more risky than Pan American, and there's some recent revisions that make me a little skeptical about recommending. I'd maybe hold off and see the next earnings report before doing anything. Here's the clues for the third stock. It's one of the world's largest gold producers, operating across 4 continents. But what most investors overlook is its silver, nearly 4 million ounces last year alone. That dual exposure gives it a hidden kicker in a silver bull market. Gold may be its bread and butter, but in a world where central banks are stockpiling silver and demand from AI, EVs, and semiconductors is exploding, this global giant has the torque to surprise the market in a very big way. Wall Street still treats it like just another gold stock, which is exactly why silver exposure inside this giant could shock the market. This sounds like Newmont Corporation to me, ticker NEM. Here's what to know about this stock. Newmont Corporation is a global gold mining leader with more than a century of excellence in the industry. The company has built a diversified portfolio that includes not only gold but also copper, silver, zinc, and lead, supported by about 10 Tier 1 operations across multiple continents. Its Ahafo North project recently achieved a major milestone, with first gold poured in September 2025. Newmont is widely recognized for its sustainability leadership, ranking at the top of the Dow Jones Sustainability Index for 9 consecutive years. The company has also been refining its portfolio, including the sale of its Orla mining interest for up to $150 million and the strategic divestment of the coffee project. Newmont delivered record-breaking financial performance in early 2025, producing 1.5 million attributable ounces of gold in the first quarter and generating a record $1.2 billion in free cash flow. Its second quarter earnings per share reached $1.43, far exceeding the 90 cents forecast, and the stock gained more than 7% following the results announcement. Operational excellence was highlighted by the milestone achievement at Ahafo North, which enhanced production capacity and created new community workforce opportunities. Analysts responded positively, awarding top buy ratings for 2025 as the company demonstrated stronger post-acquisition efficiency and benefited from a premium gold price environment. Newmont also advanced strategic debt management by completing a $2 billion tender offer, supporting portfolio optimization and balance sheet strength. In addition, the company continues its transition toward renewables, reducing carbon emissions while expanding graduate development programs to prepare the next generation of mining professionals. Newmont faces a range of challenges and continues to refine its risk management strategies to maintain operational excellence while upholding its commitments to sustainability and community engagement. Environmental compliance remains a key focus, with the company addressing a $350,000 fine related to air pollution at its Cadia mine following 5 dust exceedance incidents in March 2025, as well as ongoing concerns about historical water contamination. Strengthening relationships with local and indigenous communities has been another priority, particularly in regions such as Peru and the Yukon, where operational concerns and human rights protection initiatives require careful management. Safety has also been a major area of improvement, with post-merger protocols introduced to protect workers and restructuring efforts underway at Nevada operations. On the legal front, Newmont is actively managing civil litigation and responding to shareholder resolutions, while working through integration challenges from acquired assets. The company's strategic focus remains on balancing production growth and safety with environmental stewardship and meaningful community engagement across its global operations. The best time to buy Newmont would have been earlier this year when the stock was in the 30s. However, I still think Newmont has room to run as long as gold prices keep climbing. Here's the clues for the last stock. Best known as one of the largest gold miners on the planet, This titan also produces millions of ounces of silver every year from its massive Dominican Republic mine. Because those sales are tied directly to spot prices, every surge in silver flows straight to the bottom line. Layer on the world's largest gold complex in Nevada, and a pipeline of copper assets critical for the green transition, and you've got the ultimate blue chip miner, one with enormous upside in a world where silver is now treated as a strategic resource. This is Barrick Mining, ticker B. Here's what to know about this stock. Barrick Gold Corporation is a global mining leader and the world's largest gold producer, now expanding into copper. Founded in 1983 and headquartered in Toronto, the company operates across 4 continents and employs more than 20,000 people worldwide. Focused on sustainable resource development, Barrick has a market capitalization of $35 to $40 billion, and its stock has rallied 75% year to date, offering a 1.74% dividend yield. The company delivered a strong Q2 performance, supported by key operations such as Nevada Gold Mines, a joint venture with Newmont, Pueblo Viejo in the Dominican Republic, and Loulo-Gounkoto in Mali. Major projects include Four Mile in Nevada, considered the century's most significant gold discovery, and Reko Diq in Pakistan, one of the world's largest undeveloped copper-gold deposits. Barrick Gold delivered strong performance and growth in Q2 2025, producing 940,000 ounces of gold, up 5% year over year, and 59,000 tons of copper, up 34%. Earnings per share reached 47 cents, rising 124% year over year to the highest level since 2013, while operating cash flow climbed 35% to $1.33 billion. The company reported record quarterly results, boosted its dividend payout, and saw 2024 net earnings increase by 69%, supported by strong cost management. Barrick also maintained its leadership in sustainability with a 30% emissions reduction target by 2025, ongoing renewable energy initiatives, and a continued commitment to responsible mining practices. Barrick Gold faces several challenges and risk factors, particularly related to environmental and social issues. The company has drawn scrutiny over the construction of a new tailings dam at Pueblo Viejo in July 2025, the 2015 cyanide spill at its Veladero mine in Argentina, and river waste dumping at the Porgera mine in Papua New Guinea. Human rights concerns have also been raised, including reports of security force violence at Porgera, impacts on indigenous communities, and ongoing social and economic justice claims. Legally and regulatorily, Barrick has faced a $16 million fine for Pascua-Lama violations in 2013, disputes over gold confiscation in Mali in May 2025, and community relocation demands in certain operational areas. I feel the same way about Barrick as I do about Newmont. It would have been better to buy this stock 9 months ago, but it still has room to run as long as gold keeps rising. Don't forget to grab my free report on the top 10 stocks to buy and hold forever by clicking the link in the description. And if you want more small miners with explosive upside, click this other video I did on Jason's stock picks. He claims he found tiny gold miners with potential gains over 60,000%.